good morning, good morning. Welcome to, what is this? The Witcher, Crimson and Ash. Welcome to Salty Sweet Games. I am the aforementioned Salty.
And I'm Sweet.
And these various assorted spices are our friends. Before we go around and meet everyone and see who they're playing, we have a few channel things to get through, but you know how we do. We're efficient sometimes, unless I get on a tangent like I'm on right now. First of all, a ton of thanks to our sponsors. The first being Roll20, a virtual tabletop of choice, which unites gamers across any distance with easy-to-use tools that run straight from your web browser for free. We are part of their Spotlight program, which highlights indie TTRPG creators all across the internet, and we love them a lot. And we work with them on our Tuesday show, and they're really great. Also, if you prefer physical click-clacks, if you like those chonky boys, we are affiliates with Dice Envy. You can use our code SaltySweet on their website to get 10% off your order. They are releasing new dice like every 2 weeks, and the newest one is the Purple Dragon set. It's metal, it's like glittery. I love it. It's very pretty, and they have a very special dragon set coming out next time. That may or may not.
I'm very excited.
I'm very excited because it may be soda themed.
Yeah, and also Salty Games, as part of the affiliate program, tends to get a heads up on certain products before they go official on their social media. So if you want to find out more about them, following us is a great idea because we usually show them off ahead of time. Good. It's great.
They're not made from actual purple dragons. They're cruelty-free and vegan. Oh god, no, I've been watching too much YouTube lately. Okay, and last but not least is Grinding Coffee Co., a Black and LGBTQIA+ owned company. They make all organic brews, and portions of their proceeds go to charity. And they're delicious, and I still have lots, which I'm very happy for. This is the Peru blend. I love coffee. I don't think I would live without coffee. And their coffee is really good, so you can use our code SaltySweetGames, all caps, one word, on their website to get 13% off of your purchase. Yeah, that's what it is. No, it's a
Let me go find that. Hold on.
I think it's like CA Cast. I nailed it.
Yeah,
wow.
You changed it on me.
I did change it because it needed to be uniform. Because the others are MON Cast and ATS Cast and SI Cast.
Yeah, because the last thing we want to shout out is our lovely people over at Artelsorian Games.
Artelsorian Games!
Yeah.
The giveaway.
They made the official Witcher RPG alongside other awesome games, and they help sponsor a giveaway of the core rulebook PDF of The Witcher here on the channel every episode. So they're really fun, awesome, lovely people. So yeah, we're gonna start that giveaway when we can.
There it goes.
There it goes.
Magical.
Aha. Yeah, so they're great. Go check them out and go check The Witcher and all that good stuff. And enter that giveaway if you would like that PDF.
Yes.
Yeah.
Nailed it. Oh wait, I can turn up the music now. I turned it down because Hans was playing some epic music earlier. So there, nice, soothing. Yeah, soothing. Great. And I think the last thing is that we here at Salty Sweet Games use safety tools, lines, veils, X and O cards, stars and wishes, and content warnings because while the characters are likely going to be put through hell, sometimes caused by their own really bad life decisions, other times by Hans, the players are here to have fun, and they're our priority always. So without further ado, let's go around and talk to everyone. I'll tell you who I'm playing. I'm playing Maggie the cat. She's a criminal who sometimes transforms into a werecat and wreaks havoc and hurts our best friend. And she has family issues. The end. Your turn, Kiana.
I mean, yeah, that's Maggie in
yep.
a sentence.
Yep.
Thief, sometimes werecat, always has family issues.
Disaster gay. We
need to remember that. Yeah, I play Lufa, who uses they, them pronouns. They are the Witcher of the crew. Generally always tired generally just doesn't know what to do with themselves when they're in a social environment. They're made for witchering and not made for complicated social situations. So they're just kind of here. Maybe solving some curses like they now tend to do. I don't know why they decided to do this, but here we are.
Hans, what is this music? What is this?
Let's go over to
Lindy. Hey, who are you? Who are you playing?
Hi, I'm Lindy, and I'm tired. I'll be playing Thrin, who I think is also just kind of tired. You know, that happens when you live a while and you just deal with curses and things. She's a sorceress. Technically not the title sorceress, but she's a mage. She does magic. And it's fine. We're in a very magic-friendly place right now. I'm sure everything will be great.
Yep, that's right. And last but not least, Kitty.
I'm Katie. I play Scylla. We use she, her pronouns for both of us. And Scylla is just never going to let it go that her best friend attacked her in werewolf form. Just gonna hold that into the grave.
To be fair, you got in my way. Is the thing.
I did ask for it. I
didn't come after you.
I did stand there and yell at you, attack me.
Please, attack me.
Attack me, you coward. Let me insult
basically
you.
what I did. Bring it on, you coward.
It was very good. And let's hand it over to Hans. Hi, Hans.
Hi, Hans. Hi. I apologize for the music. I think it's going to make sense in a minute or two, like vibe-wise.
Okay,
but
yeah.
for right now, we'll just enjoy it. I thought the horns were too much too, but you know, I have a limited palette to work with, I guess. Meaning that I did not prepare, in short. So,
Who
should I
prepared music
do-
ahead of time?
well,
I don't.
I had this amongst my tracks, and I went to this, and I was like, oh, and there's horns. And Lauren said live, okay. So,
I couldn't know. There were horns.
yeah.
There
Yeah,
were
I mean, I felt
horns.
similarly
Some horny
at that
music.
point.
I'm going to turn it up while you talk. Go ahead.
That's cool. That's real good. I'm going to do my last time. And since it's been 2 weeks, we all remember exactly what we did, so we'll be fine.
Yeah.
Last time, the crew went to buy fancy clothes to prepare for an audience with Maggie's cousin Magda. They found out Gramelin had been doing the same, posing as Contralt. After confronting him, they left for the night, where their plans were interrupted by Maggie turning into a werecat and attacking Leonore Povor, the Vol residents. Wow, I got some weird autocorrect here. And then finally Gramelin. I did not throw Scylla in there. I really think that I should have said something about the fact that Scylla got attacked, but I didn't. After
wanted
recovering
to.
the next morning, they all went to the Vol estate, where they learned that Magda has been in a cursed state of sleep for 5 years. And I think our zoom out shot was Thrin like magically examining the body and coming down to a tiny pinprick on her right index finger.
Gosh,
So-
our eyes. Like, I didn't know we had Zoom technology in our eyes.
I think it's one of those things, you know, we always see it so easily abstracted on every like CSI type show.
Totally.
I feel like it's only a matter of time before we go there because we expect it.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I think that
So,
covered everything. God, that's all we got done because someone was like, I should probably roll for this,
I
right?
should roll for this thing that my GM forgot about.
I
That's
think
so
Maggie
accurate
didn't
in every
transform
way.
the whole month we traveled.
Anytime that I ask you to roll, you don't transform. But
Yeah.
if you're like, I'm just gonna roll to
I'm
see if
gonna
anything happens,
roll.
like it's gonna happen. That's good. That's some real dice control there.
Thank you.
So we are now in the scene. I think right now when you're talking about like a Sleeping Beauty situation, this music makes sense. I think that's the only like utility for this music, really. So well,
I'm gonna keep laughing at it.
we're in this tower room.
I
We are
love
on
this
the
music.
third floor of the tower of the west wing of the Vol estate. Magda is lying in repose on her very large 4-poster bed with the hanging like curtains and everything like that. Thrin is holding her right hand, exposing this tiny pinprick that does not stop bleeding.
Yep.
And then, Jason, don't even joke about me looping this in the background the entire episode.
He
There's
will.
no chance I remember to take this out.
There's no chance he remembers to change it.
Lauren will yell at me and then I'll change it. That'll be the
Oh,
only
I
way.
would never yell at you.
Oh man. And then So we've got Thrin doing this, and everyone else is around in some
Yeah.
position here around Magda. We have in the room Lena of Oxenfurt, who is the seneschal of the host that you've met, who introduced you to the room, and the lady in waiting, who you saw here when you first got in the room reading a book, that just left, is just outside the door. That's kind of our summary of the situation.
Yeah, and I think we remembered the weirdo who Garmelin
Nightingale.
and talked about. That was like the weird fucking dude is on a quest to kiss a princess. Like,
That's right.
Mhm.
Yeah,
a sleeping
everyone in this
princess.
case-
Yeah,
Mhm.
so I think we remember
Everyone
that.
in this case, you did, yeah. Sorry, I kept jumping over you.
No worries.
We have Gramelin and Rosend also in this room. Rosend is dressed as a guard. Gramelin is Contralt. And Gramelin has just reminded you all that when you said that that person had done all his stuff, he said he had run into him again at the 12 Lanterns last night.
Right.
And scene. No, wait. How do you start the scene? That's how you end a scene, right?
Right.
I think that's how we ended it.
Okay.
Was hey, the dude's at the 12 Lanterns.
I just feel like with this fucking music, we're all like kind of freeze framed. Like,
That's fair. That's fair. Let me go to my second choice.
oh no, I'm bullied.
No, we like-
I'm bullied the music out of on.
That was the goal, right?
No.
Okay, all right. Well, we'll just enjoy these horns one more
Okay,
rotation,
good,
and then
good.
hopefully...
One more rotation.
Thank God. I was worried.
Okay. So there's a lot of hard eye contact between Contralt and Maggie at this point. I'm going to say they're on opposite sides of Magda's bed through some subtle maneuvering, and Contralt is giving a lot of like eyebrow signals and like, you know, look this way, and I was not anticipating this kind of signs to Maggie.
Don't make signs at me.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's not dignifying it.
So, Silo just claps her hands together. She's taking a very long nap.
Sure, that's one way of putting it.
Is this a nap that we can easily wake her out of?
I haven't been exposed to something like this before. But if there's anything to whatever that fellow is said about breaking a princess's curse or whatever by... And I think you see like Looper's nose wrinkle at like the... by kissing her
Magda even
unconscious...
count as a princess.
She's nobility. Princess is.
I'm nobility, but I definitely don't consider myself a princess.
So,
But, like, wasn't Contralt a prince? Uh-huh.
It's a very, very close to the actual line of succession.
Well, technically, the whole family is in the line of succession.
Ah.
Lena, at this point, kind of clears her throat, and she says, since you have Lord Vol with you and all, anyways, I don't know if it's really technically the case for Magda. She's not bound to inherit at this point.
Right. Because of being asleep.
Well, I was thinking she also has 2 older brothers.
Oh, right. Yes.
The chances would be so slim.
The bloodline, though, sometimes curses attach onto these things.
Oh, I don't know anything about it, really. I've only worked for the family for these 5 years.
Technicalities are interesting when it comes to curses.
Learned.
Why don't we go and find this bloke who thinks he knows more than a witcher? That'll be fun, right, Lupa? Someone explaining your job to you?
I think there's like a long sigh. That definitely shows that this is not the first time Lupa has been Lupa had been Witcher explained in any given case.
I'm making myself laugh.
We don't need to leave someone here with her. She's taken care of, clearly.
No, taken care of, and kind of looks to Lena for a second.
Like, no,
Yeah.
Sophia's in here almost all day long. She spends all of her time in here just to make sure she's comfortable, takes care of her, make sure that she's neat and tidy and all of that.
All right, and just so I know, how many people in this town know about this situation?
Well, that's a very good question. If I had to speculate, I know the people here in the household know what's going on. And of course, the Vol family, although none of them are here currently in town other than yourselves. And she kind of like cuts eyes over at Contralt. And then, in addition to that, look, I hate to talk badly about people, but the groundskeeper Kristoff, I've caught him a couple of times selling information to people.
Oh, he sold information to me. You should probably fire him.
To be frank, I don't want to expose more people to the situation and then have to find out what they're doing. I don't know who to trust, frankly.
I mean,
He didn't tell us the truth. He didn't say what was wrong with her. He just said that she never heard of her brother, so I just thought that she was still alive and just ignoring him.
That's more or less what I've heard before. So I guess that's something. At least he's a consistent liar.
He lies for your benefit. That's someone you should keep around. I take back the firing thing.
What are the circumstances upon her entering this sleep 5 years ago? Do you know that story?
Well, it's one of those stories we've heard a few times around here and we've kind of talked amongst ourselves about. The best that I know about it, Magda had been engaged to be married the night before she fell asleep. That's the real tragedy. She would have had a very prosperous marriage. She would have been connected to a good bloodline here in Redania. And she's now asleep.
Who's she engaged to?
What she said.
What she said. Let me go to my notes and go look this up real quick.
Dropping clues left and right.
The person's name was Gabriel Sazalt, and they had been friends since childhood.
Interesting. Very interesting.
Is he still in town?
I do not know. I think the last I heard, he had also moved to Novigrad.
Was there anyone who opposed the wedding?
I would actually think so. Now again, this is not really
Of
my area
course.
of expertise, but if I recall what happened, Gabriel had actually been married to someone else first, and his wife died very suddenly from something like a cold or a bug of some kind, some sort of illness. And then when they had the opportunity, he proposed, and like I suppose that didn't go any farther than that.
I think our first step is to go talk to this Eric Nightingale.
Yeah, see if he knows anything of substance. Find out where he got his information from. Because if it's Kristoff, we can just write it off. Alright, well, thank you for your time. Say thank you, Connie.
Yes, thank you. I'm sure I will be back soon, and maybe you could do some dusting or something like that. around here.
I shove him toward the door.
That's perfect. He stumbles and continues towards the door. As you all exit out of the room, the lady in waiting, Sophia, she's just outside. She's watching you all kind of coldly, and she definitely takes note of Contralt.
Good.
Mhm.
Good. Okay, we're leaving.
So you all make it outside the grounds. Contralt immediately like swerves over towards Maggie, so they're standing like almost touching but not, because that would be gross. And then is like
Gross.
whisper talking to her loudly. I didn't know anything about this at all. How is it the Contralt kept something this large from me?
Maybe he didn't trust you.
Perhaps, but we've definitely mentioned his sister Magda more than once, and I knew nothing of the situation.
Perhaps he didn't know?
Or care.
I think it's unlikely.
Okay.
I think he was still in the home when this happened.
Oh.
Well, we'll never know, will we?
Because
Walk
I would
away.
ask him.
Because of the murdering. I'm
so-
going to the 12 Lanterns Inn. Who wants to come with me?
I'll be going.
Yeah.
Great.
Okay. Is anybody not going to the 12 Lanterns?
No, I'll go.
We're all going and we're all fancy.
She's in thought. She's like, pinprick on the finger. She's just trying to think of something. She's in
And a reminder-
mage mode thought.
No, that's good. And a reminder, we are using that investigation system.
Yeah, I
so
think
to
we
uncover
started.
all of that
We
mystery.
started last time.
Yeah. I mean, that's what
Yes.
that roll was.
Yeah.
that
That's
magic
right. We have made 9 of 25 necessary progress. There are other clues, many of which are there in the Vol Manor.
Ah.
But we'll be back there, I'm sure.
We'll go
So-
we'll be back with this dude.
with this guy.
That's right. So you've reached the 12 Lanterns. It is now daytime, so all the lanterns are out. I think this is the earliest you've ever been here. You were here very briefly in the mid-afternoon, just like kind of walking by. I think that was just Maggie. And then you've actually been inside during the scene. And all of the Thryn and Gramelin, and then also just the Maggie and attacking Gramelin. So with that now, you're there during the daytime. As you're walking up to the door, there are people out front in like a footman type manner. And do you want to make an awareness roll?
Yes. Love awareness rolls.
Yeah, I do too.
Awareness rules.
Crit.
Hell yeah.
Damn.
30. I'm so
30.
aware. I'm so aware.
Okay, it's super good. I think really everybody is aware of this, but let's talk about how super aware Maggie is. So as you're walking by, you catch like looks from the footmen, and at first they're just aware of you in turn. But one of the two footmen, who is like very well dressed, and like whereas the other one's wearing like the cravat is very flat and the vest is very tight and just like, you know, close fitting. The other one's got a floofy cravat. It's like a little bit more put up. And there's like, you know, a flower over here on the side of the shirt, and like his hair is very nicely coiffed.
The reason
With all
she
this going
notices
on,
them is because she's thinking about robbing them.
that's very fair. Although they're not nearly as well outfitted as you. But when you're looking at them, what they are doing is they look you up and down, and they look everyone else up and down, and they don't like something they see about your clothes because they do like a. They kind of pull a face at you.
Okay, so I'm not gonna just rob them. I'm going to also murder them.
I'm just making Lauren so mad today. That's my goal.
I give
So
him
you
the
don't?
bird.
Oh wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
She's not in a good mood right now.
That's so valid. So you've gone inside the 12 Lanterns. There is a lady who is up front at the counter. She comes with like this gentle dingling bell type thing as you walk in. I am grabbing a face reference here.
Ooh.
Okay.
Super Hans is super prepared. He just has so many face claims for
Face
us.
claims for days.
I've just learned from you all what you need. So this lady has like very dark brown going on black hair, but she has, in contrast, like super pale green eyes. And she's very tall, very slim. And she's wearing a dress that has a very like simple cut, but lots of tiny ornate details around the edges and around the trim, like a very understated necklace. It's just expensive. It's not gaudy. And when you all come in, her mood goes from like customer service face to resting bitch face. And she is now like giving you all the look.
Why?
I know why.
We
So
did
you've
sort of
come up-
come through here last night,
Oh.
busting
But
through.
she's never seen me before. I've never done anything wrong in my life.
You are with me and Lupa.
And Lupa, who just kind of kicked down the doors.
Who just like, get out of the way.
Be fair, I don't think any of you have seen her before at all. So the good news is she should have no reason to be super upset at you, but she is. And you all come in and say, and she says, "How can I help you?"
We're looking for someone called Errant Nightingale.
I would suggest you look in the dining room.
Thank you
Thank
for your
you.
suggestion. Winning smile.
Suggestion.
Winning.
Mm-hmm.
Everything all right, ma'am?
I'm fine, thank you.
You're
Your
welcome.
dining room is to your right, and
Mhm.
she does a gesture.
I want a human perception.
Yeah, what
as-
the fuck is going on? We're not wearing like super Nilfgaardian colors.
Nope. You want to go ahead and do that human perception? Reds and blacks and whites are all
Yeah.
acceptable in Redania.
Yeah.
I think it's yellow. Is it yellow or white? White, yellow, both.
Both is good.
Both is good. Okay, so human
not
perception by
great at this.
Lupa. I was going to tell you the same thing, so, but it's okay. She is a master of her craft, and she has decided to be bitchy at you without giving anything away. Thrin, I will roll against it. Nope.
Oh, damn.
All right.
She rolled real good.
But I
This is-
want
this
to
is her
roll. Can we all
That's good,
roll?
that's good.
Can we all just pile
Let's
on
do that.
this tiny detail?
We're all just
That's right,
staring at
that's
this
right.
one woman.
We
I am
want
good
this
with this.
basic fact. This like, oh yeah, they're mad because they. You know, like,
Oh, I critted.
Oh, damn, all right.
That's right.
Got
That's
her.
what we need.
Got her.
Why do you
Okay.
hate us, random lady?
This critical eye is not directed at you at all, as far as you can tell. She's not upset that a cursed wolf person came into her establishment or that they're also a witcher or anything else like that. They are looking, or she is looking exclusively at your clothing. She is very upset about your clothing.
Interesting.
Something about the
Yes.
handsy.
Yes,
Kirsten.
here's another detail.
Probably the
additional.
designer. Mhm.
She's not looking critically at Rosend or at Control, Gromelin, same thing, but she is looking at all of you very badly.
It might be that designer.
But didn't we get? No, I guess we didn't. It's just us.
It's just the four of us
Just
have stuff
you
from
four.
the designer.
Yeah, because she wouldn't dress Rosen, so I gave him money and said to go buy himself something nice.
Yep.
That is so interesting. I liked Kirsten. Whatever. Screw this lady.
Yeah, Sila's not going to question it. She's just going to go toward the dining room.
All right. So you all are entered the dining room. A maitre d' comes over, says, "Is it just the six of you?"
We're looking for Mr. Nightingale. Is he dining here?
Yes. He is over there. They point at a table. There's a person wearing like an elegant sky blue tunic who looks like a young Ewan McGregor. Are we thinking, if you have to guess, I'm going to defer this to Katie because you would know Summer's mind best. Are we thinking like short shaved hair Ewan McGregor, or are we thinking like slightly longer hair Ewan McGregor?
Longer.
Moulin
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Rouge, Ewan McGregor.
Yeah, Mulan.
Mhm.
Exactly where my mind went. Moulin Rouge. Ewan McGregor.
Okay. All right. So
We're not
Moulin
in
Rouge.
train spotting, Hans.
I'm sorry.
I literally never mean anything. by it.
Lauren is just in a mood today, and I love it.
To be fair, I have been egging Lauren on this entire episode, so why would she not be in a mood?
I'm not, though.
So there is a table that has one person at it that is seated for six, and that is Errant Nightingale. And there's a table next to it that is seated for six with no one there. And the maitre d' says, "I could offer you that table next to the gentleman."
Perfect.
Very good. And they walk you over there. You are seated.
Sila's just like, so do we act normal, or do we just go ahead and? She's just like giving eyes to Maggie and Thrin and Lupin. She's like, do we just attack this guy? And not attack, but do we just
Do we just bombard this
do
dude?
we bombard this dude, or do we just act casual? What are we doing here?
Bryn'll give the. We're bombarding him.
Yeah.
Once she gets that look from Thrin, she's gonna
Bounce
stand
over.
up, and she's just gonna sit down across from him.
since we're so good at human perception at this point, Erin Nightingale is like pleasantly eating a soft-boiled egg as all this is going on. But like,
Ew.
you know, spider sense wise, his head has turned gently in the direction of your table, and he's eating, but has not been like, he has not returned from that position. So he's
'Cause
definitely
we're
caught.
definitely
You've caught his
watching.
attention.
Because we're very hot.
We
Mhm,
are, and
mhm.
we're dressed to kill.
You look fly.
We do.
Yeah.
Mhm,
Mr.
mhm.
Nightingale, correct?
He puts down his utensils nicely and takes his napkin out of his lap and folds it up. Yes, that's me. I'm sorry, I don't have the pleasure. You are.
I'm Sila. It's rather nice to meet you. These
Nice
are
to
my
meet you as well.
associates. We have some questions for you, if you don't mind.
Oh, that was not what I expected. Yes, I tell you what, why don't we... I don't think they'll mind too much if we rearrange their dining room a little bit. We can maybe bring one more chair over here. Would you like to join me?
Everyone,
Yep.
group breakfast.
Just dragging a
delightful.
table over. Not a
Yeah,
table.
Rosen
a
just
chair.
grabs his
Yeah.
chair and sticks it in there, and then...
This is probably it's probably already fairly tight for Lupa in terms of like the seating arrangement at a 6 already.
Yeah.
And now that there's 7, Lupa's even more uncomfortably like.
Well, the good
smushed.
news is this is slightly fine dining, so you do have
Yeah,
elbow
imagine, like,
space
there's
on either
the-
side
There's
of the
enough
elbow
elbow
space.
room, but it's definitely just
Mhm.
like Lupa's
Yeah.
fairly big.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
This is not the most comfortable place for them to be in.
The real issue you're going to have is if somebody tries to serve you, because there's not going to be room on your left for them to approach you, because then you've all squished together. So that'll be fun.
We're not here to eat.
And so he has not resumed eating, of
Thrin
course, because none of
really
you are
wanted
served.
breakfast.
Too bad.
So,
Elbow Sila. Go. Get it.
Mr. Nightingale, we've heard talk about your interest in breaking a particular curse.
yes. You know what? In fact, I've seen you two gentlemen before, haven't I? And Contralt, i.e. Gormelin, says, yes, we met before at the baths, yes. And so he says, yes. So, going back to Eric Nightingale, says, right. So I have a fairly specific quest that I'm on, you could say.
This is just a quest you wake up with one morning and say, I'm going to kiss a sleeping princess.
Well, you know, certain people who have been gifted with being part of the nobility, they find themselves drawn to certain callings, and this is something that I felt that both I could accomplish and would be a noble undertaking.
Why you think you got to kiss her?
I was told that was how it works.
Who told you that?
The person who told me of the quest in the first place.
Ooh, who was that?
A scholar from Oxenford. It sounded very reputable at the time. Is there something that you know that I do not?
Which scholar from Oxenford, if you don't mind me asking?
No, let me pull random
No,
NPC names.
no.
Oh,
Let
here.
me
Let
go
me
to
just
my-
look up my list.
We have a
You know.
conspiracy board, and the conspiracy doesn't exist, but we have one.
We have one. It's all coming together.
Twins just like,
I've connected the dots.
I know some
You haven't connected
scholars.
shit.
I think
Connected
I'm a
them.
book person.
I think absolutely at the mention of like, I'm just doing this because I was told to, and I think
Yeah.
Lupa's nose wrinkled again because
Even Sila knows some gross people, has done some gross things, but even she's just like, what? Come on.
Twins like, I've met some scholars in my time. Who's going off sending on people's quests? Do I know this person? Do I need to get someone fired from Oxenford? Like, that's what
Love
she's
to.
thinking.
Okay, so the person in question, he says his name was Drand of Oxenford.
Do I know his
Grand.
name?
Why don't you go ahead and make a property thingy roll? What are we going to roll here?
I could see it maybe being an education role because he sounds like a scholar type person, or
Mhm, yep,
maybe
yep.
a looking at the skills.
Mhm, I'm kind of doing the same.
Like a charisma. I don't know, for having just
Yeah.
gotten around
How's
to
your
knowing people.
have you gotten any of the politician skill tree from the mage yet?
I don't yet. That's my next goal.
Okay. Okay. Let's just make it a general. What's that based on? I just skipped off it. Let's make this a general intelligence roll.
Okay.
Let's do that.
Oh, if it makes it an id save. Okay, so it would be a 13 because I rolled a 5. So that's
I
how you
got
do
it,
the
I got it.
saves. Okay.
Okay. This person does not sound like an Oxenford scholar that you're familiar with.
Okay. Sketchy.
Yeah.
How did this Drand say that he knew about this in the first place? Did he used to live here?
Well, he's an Oxenford scholar. I assumed that he had done research on the problem, but it also is fairly nearby. We are very close to Oxenford at this point.
Did he study kiss-based curses?
I feel like when I undertook this quest, I should have consulted all of you first. It sounds like you all have given this much more thought than I did.
Yeah, it's
Perhaps you should have given it some more thought.
Well, that
kind
is
of a personal
fair
matter.
criticism.
See, we two, and I grab Gurmelin and I just like bring him in. We're related to the lady in question, and we're not sure exactly if she would be liking what you're proposing.
I'm sorry, are you saying that you know where the object? That's not proper.
Cool.
The,
Oh my
the
God.
woman, the person I'm trying to find. Do you know where,
The
where
object
exactly
of
this
my
person
affections.
is?
Right.
Yes, yes.
right.
No. I'm glad everybody enjoyed how gross I made that. Thank you. Okay.
Immediately,
reacted. Yeah, we know where she is, but until we're certain that your method is sound, I mean, we're not gonna tell you. So.
Honestly, this is more information and more feedback than I've had this entire process.
Mm.
So let me.
Oh,
He
dear.
does this a couple seconds, and of course, he only has one small like purse bag. He goes into his man purse and he takes out his like sheet of paper that he has. It is a single sheet of paper. He
I was
has it
going to
folded
say a
twice.
single sheet of paper.
Yes, he takes out his sheet of paper and he says, "Look, these are the things I know. Let me review them once more." I am scrolling to the rumor that Summer wrote. Okay. Beautiful young woman, unknown background, called the Maiden of the Night, in a deep coma. There have supposedly been many people who are healers and maybe also some heroes like myself that have come from all over the world trying to wake her up.
Heroes.
And my personal note that I've gotten from Drand,
Uh-huh.
at a reasonable fee, was that in order to wake this person, I would have to kiss them. So far, my notes have led me as far as Tredegor.
Where did you come from?
Let's pick somewhere that's not the
Yeah,
only
good.
place that we've been
Novigrad
to.
or Oxenford.
Yeah.
The only places that we've actually been to. He's going to come from Aedern.
Okay.
Oh,
Here.
nice.
Yes, it basically, we were just trying to figure out how far is this dude
He's
fucking
come a long
gone.
way.
Yeah.
He crossed the border.
Yeah, Aedern's not. It's not like he's from Povis or Kovir or anything, but
I'm from Aiden, so I think it's cool.
Yeah, so I think it's just kind of like a raised brow at that. And you've been traveling all that way, and this is the only information you've got that you've working on.
No one else has given me any information. It sounded like they knew what was going on. I probably should have thought to consult a Witcher first, but I didn't
Why'd
at
you-
all.
No, I'm not gonna troll with it right now.
Basically, what you're dealing with is curses. No one goes into a coma that a healer can't get someone out of, or at least diagnose, if it wasn't of some magical means.
I'm sorry. I hate to be rude. Do you have time to stay for breakfast? Can I enjoy your company for a little while longer? And he does a wave, and a waiter comes over towards him. Can we please get all of these people some breakfast? Yes. Whatever they'd like. Thank you. And they go around and they're all standing by your left elbow and it's kind of cramped and they're like whispering in your ear and asking you what you want to eat.
No, I
It
hate
happens
this.
for a little bit.
Lupa hates this.
Friend's been going over the menu this whole conversation.
Silo leans over to Maggie and is just like, I'm sort of bored with this. Do you want to go back to the house and snoop around?
Yes.
I think we can just leave Lupa here with Thrin, and he's very interested in Lupa.
Lupa's so
And-
good at talking to people. So.
I know they have such a way with words.
Yeah. So
Meanwhile, you see Lupa being whispered at, and like Lupa's ears are like
Oh,
just like yeah.
I'll have the eggs Benedict.
You'll have to excuse the two of us. We've got some matters to attend to.
Of course, as you stand up, he of course stands up as well.
Gross. Say that.
It's
under my
wonderful to
breath.
meet you.
Very nice to meet you. as
Thrin,
well.
take care of Lupa.
We always do. Yes, and aside from the eggs Benedict, I'd also like to get the side of grits.
Rosent looks at Sila and Maggie. Did you need me to?
Do you need us to save you?
Did you need me to go with you? So
Are you asking for our help, Rosent?
no, I just want to know if you want me to go with you. It's all.
Just
I can
stay here.
All right.
Come on,
Enjoy
Gramelin.
breakfast.
No, I was going to stay here
No.
at the breakfast.
I'm taking him. I'm taking him. And I feel like if like a waiter or just like a server or somebody passes by, I just grab like bacon off of it and just like point at what's
It
his
was
name?
on its way to a lady wearing like a very nice hat, and you just like have taken the breakfast off of the plate. Oh,
I point at Nightingale. Put it on his check.
Have a wonderful breakfast.
I'm hungry.
Lupa's
just-
definitely
I'm
doing the
hungry as
thing where they're looking over at Thrin, being like, "Help me! I
And I'd
don't."
love some apple juice. And then notices Lupa, like the Lupa senses kick in as it's finally like hit that point, and it's like looks over like, and then sees and is like. Like gives you a look of like, do you want me to order for you or do you want me to give you an out? Like that look.
Lupa just watch this whispering servant thing to stop.
And my friend will have the same.
they just withdraw from away from Luca. And in the meantime, Errant Nightingale has produced
Like eggs
from
Benedict and apple
staff.
juice and grits.
He now has an inkwell that's like a crystal inkwell and a long feathery quill pen. And he is now sitting here in front of his one page of notes with ample room left to continue writing.
I
as
should
he
have
addresses
grabbed
Luca.
him before we left. Oh my god. It just popped up on my screen. Okay. It's fine. Sorry for everyone's ears.
Oh no.
Okay.
Okay.
What are we doing? We're going. Yeah, me and Sila and Gramelin are going to the ball house again. I'm sure they missed
Which scene
us.
do we want to resolve first? Do we want to go to the Vol House or do we want to have the breakfast scene first?
You can do breakfast.
We'll wrap up. Okay, so time swipe. Everyone has now eaten their breakfast. Plates are being cleared away. Errant Nightingale is still sitting here. He's been holding the pen the whole time, but he has not written a single additional line on this piece of paper. It's just a slightly damp quill just sitting in midair. So, what is your opinion on the proper way to handle a situation like this? Do you think that kissing is not the right way to deal with an unconscious person?
Oh my god, this man.
Did you have a mother growing up?
Yes, of course.
Did she teach you anything about how to treat women?
I'm not sure I follow.
Generally, you don't kiss a lady without asking, especially if she can't consent to said kiss.
the pen goes down to the paper, and he begins writing.
Mm-hmm. It's just
Duly noted. Yes. Okay.
general protocol and etiquette. So it's theoretically possible, I suppose, but unlikely. That's a very specific and odd condition. I believe that perhaps looking into maybe this fair maiden's plight, people connected to them, treating it more as an investigation rather than just a fairy tale. Because fairy tales are always concocted after the investigation and factual events have taken place, you know, given a bit of glamour to make it more appealing to people. Curses usually aren't very glamorous to break.
He has now written 2 lines of notes based on this conversation.
Yeah, and can I like see what he's writing as we're
So the
sitting
first
nearby?
line says consent, and the
Okay.
second line says investigate.
Okay, we'll see. He's taking, at least he's taking notes and maybe learning. And Thrin's just very hard. She's like, okay. She's like, now, what that's all you know about this lady. She's in a very deep coma, and you said Maiden of the Night.
Maiden of the Night, yes.
Does that ring any bells as far as the Vol family goes, or anything we saw maybe while in the
That's a good
house?
question. What kind of details do I have for you? Let's see. I don't.
Because it could be a
know
completely
at this
different lady.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. At this point, I would say you have nothing to suggest these 2 things are connected.
Mm-hmm. So, Sure. So just to kind of go around kissing unconscious women, that's a very good way to get slapped, stabbed, or murdered by various individuals and people.
That does make sense.
Mm-hmm. So, I guess definitely investigate, ask around, ask questions politely, and do some reading on perhaps curses or family lines and bloodlines if she's supposed to be royalty. Maybe look more for the title of the night, Maiden of the Night. Sounds a bit like a certain occupation, but I doubt that's the case here.
You have made some good points. Maybe what I need to do is take my investigation to the next logical step. If I return to Oxenfurt, if I go to Oxenfurt, I should say, maybe I would be able to reconnect with Drand and find out more information about this particular curse.
Yes, I'm really surprised he just only sent you out with that information and not more. Or maybe in Oxenfurt they have books. There's a library here. Perhaps you can look into Maiden of the Night and local family bloodlines.
Well, you know, at this point, if I was to try to ride on now, at this time of day, I should be able to reach
It
Oxenfurt
is
before evening.
fairly close. Yes, that would be most likely a good idea. Talk to this Drand fellow. He's one of the professors at Oxenfurt, or students, grad students. What's his occupation there?
Well, you know, that's a good question, because when I meet a noble and they say their last name is, for example, of let me pick a capital here, Tredegor, then I would assume that means that they are of the nobility of Tredegor. If I meet someone whose last name is of Oxenfurt, or their given name is of Oxenfurt, I would imagine they're a professor or maybe a noble as well.
See, the problem is it's not just nobility that does that.
Oh, really?
Yes. Perhaps you've heard of a witcher named Geralt of Rivia.
You know, this is actually the first encounter I've had with a witcher.
Well, they're quite fantastic. Very good at slaying monsters and breaking curses and the like. But yes, witchers are by no means, typically not nobility, and yet they have their home countries. usually, if they have a last name, like, she's trying not to say Vol. She gives like another example.
Like,
Mhm.
if it,
Oh, well, we were
Whose
just in a
last
town.
name?
Let me pull up my NPC
Whose
list.
last names do we know?
That weird guy who was really into hunting that wanted to have dinner.
oh
with me.
shit,
yeah.
yeah.
Give him his last name.
Oh God, what was his name?
NPCs. Come on, Google Docs, go!
Google Docs,
Okay.
go!
Activate. Yes, Dorian. All right, here we go. Like Baratolt, like so you had a Lorena Baratolt. That would be a first and last name. Typically, they would go by that rather than just of Dorian or the town or country that they're from. That's typically just everyone does that.
Oh, interesting. I don't think that I've met many people who are not of the noble class and had very long conversations with them.
Perhaps it's something you should do to practice for your investigation. You can learn quite a bit from the non-noble classes. They're very down to earth and grounded, so to speak.
Perhaps I will do that, but I do think it is a good idea to continue on the road towards Oxenford and perhaps
Yes.
reconnect with
Mhm.
Dren.
Dren, yes, and discover what his occupation is, because that could determine how reliable his information is.
It's no read occupation question mark.
Oh my god.
Yes, and talk to people of all classes, because they all know different things. It's good to get a wide variety of information to narrow things down.
I will see what I can find about this subject. He
Mhm.
folds up his paper and puts it into his man purse and leaves the quill on the table and says, "Thank you for your time."
Right.
Please let us know if you discover anything on your return from Oxenford.
We'll do so. Thank you. And as he begins to stand up, the servants, assuming the two of you are about to stand up, they begin pulling both of your chairs back gently.
I guess we're getting out.
Yeah, we ate breakfast already. So
Rosen
as long as
kind
the
of pushes
food's been
his chair back and
consumed.
gets up.
Yeah.
Mhm. Well, it was a pleasure. And he does incline his head bow.
Yes.
And with
Curtsy.
that, let's do a little wipe across
Yeah.
to find out what has been going on over at the Vol.
Yeah, as we leave, I give the stink eye to those two guys again.
Uh-huh. The other one still kind of gives you the up and down glare a little bit.
Yes,
The lady at the
Hyla-
counter...
Go
Okay.
ahead. You go
I
ahead.
was just going to say, with the lady at the counter on the way out, she did give you a curt thank you.
Yeah,
Not a
Silas
thank
just
you for
like,
coming or anything. But...
I don't think she likes our clothes.
That's ridiculous. We look incredible.
No, we do look incredible, but she had something. She was something about how they're made or something. She just doesn't seem to like them.
Or maybe who made them then?
Is Kirsten Beats not liked around here?
She's, well, the reason I chose to go to her is because I hadn't stolen fabric from her, so.
That's a very good reason to
Yeah,
go to
I think so too,
Oblivion.
and I think I look great.
I wouldn't worry too much about it.
I'm not worried about it.
Yeah, just heading to the Vol Manor.
Was Kirsten human?
Yep.
Hmm.
Just as a reminder, since it's been a time between sessions and so forth, at one point you did hear a rumor, which was from, I believe, our merchant, that they, Leone. So there is a feud going on between
Yeah.
two different clothiers here in town,
Yeah.
and it is, of course, being laid bare to you at this point.
Ah. Mhm.
Maybe they're more fans of Rebecca than Kirsten.
Rebecca. Gross. Okay. We're on. We're
Call her
onward.
Becca for short. That's what you want. Okay, so you've gotten to the Vol Manor. We get inside. Lena has come to see you again in that study, and she says, "So, I assume that you need more information. How can I help you?"
You got any correspondence from around the time it happened? Like, where do you keep your records? I guess might be a clue in there.
That's a good question. So, serving as the caretaker for the Vol estate, I have a little bit of correspondence between myself and the family, which is very minor. The things that are personal to the family are either kind of in storage, they've been kept in state, or else they've been taken to their Novigrad estate. And then, in case of Magda's personal possessions, most things are left as they are now. Since her brother evacuated the room or left the room, she was moved down from the 5th floor to the 3rd floor. But that's been everything that's changed.
And we see the room that she was in before this happened. The room that she
Yes, of course.
occupied.
So, with that, they walk you upstairs. So, as they're walking, they tell you, so the floor that you've just seen now, that was originally Joseph's room. And that is the oldest of the 3 Vol brothers in Out of Game. And as we continue up the stairs, she says, but the original room that Magda was in was at the top of the tower. It's not in the greatest state right now, and all of her personal furniture has been moved down, but there's no harm in seeing it.
Just to give it a once-over.
And she walks you all the way upstairs. The 5th floor is dirtier, dustier, not in as good condition as the 3rd floor. The door does a squeak when you open it up. And as you are now in the room, again, no one has been here for a while, so you do get a waft of very stale and slightly dusty air. The windows are firmly closed, and you can kind of like imagine the outline of the room. There's a place where it looks like the bed used to be. There's an area where you can imagine like the same dresser was up against the wall, and the furniture layout is like, this is a much smaller room, but it also looks like so here's what I'm picturing. There's 2 windows. One of them would be where it would like gently cast light in and wake you up when you're in bed in the morning. And the other one would be good for like an afternoon sun, so that you could sit there and do some piecework or do some embroidery or things like that. You know, it looks like it's set up like it was a cozy corner. And there's just like a general, like it's round and kind of small, but there's a little bit of walking around space. Let's talk clues.
Yeah. I have a couple ideas. One is to look for where she might have hidden something, and the other is to see who can see into the room from the windows.
Okay, those both sound really cool. So if we want to look for something where she could hide something, I think that unless you have a better skill for it, we would be talking about perception. Is that even a skill in this? They wrote perception.
It's
here? I think
awareness.
they meant
Awareness.
Artalsorian, I have errata for you when we get a chance later on. That does not sound like the correct skill. But okay, so we're talking about awareness, but I would like to argue that this could be streetwise, or it could even be practice paranoia,
Right.
being a criminal type. Katie, what are you thinking Sila's going to do?
She's probably gonna do. It's gonna be between awareness and streetwise for her. It's the same either way.
Yeah, same.
Do you have any other stuff that you want to investigate that was different, though? Like any other leads you want to follow
No,
up?
I think she's following Maggie's lead.
Okay.
Because their only other thing for her would be to like check furniture but she's also still
Right.
looking for hidden spots, like things where things would be hidden.
So do you want to have Sila do awareness and do like the eye lines from the tower, and then we could have Maggie do the looking for hidden stuff?
Yeah.
For sure.
Cool.
Let's do it.
15 for awareness.
21.
Nice. So here's what we get. We're investigating the room. Let's find out what that gets us as a clue rating for this game. Okay, investigating the scene. Is that what we're looking for? I'm just checking to make sure there's nothing different here.
Mhm.
Okay, so we're investigating. We're going to add a d6 to your intelligence for each of you.
So roll a d6 and add the int.
Yes, please.
Hey, so 11.
Nice.
12.
Nice.
Okay, so we're going to unlock this mystery because y'all did real good. Yeah, we're there. So with that, you're looking around, you're looking at the eye lines from the towers. It doesn't look like the tower really projects on anything. Like it's fairly clear out here. You know what? Let me give it, I'm going to walk it back 5, just based on the fact that that's not a clue that's really finishing this off.
Yeah.
I think we're going to get a little bit more and then we'll be there. But we definitely get to investigate the scene and get that. So we'll be at 20 out of 25 here. That's very
Nice.
doable by next time. And then in looking around the room, you don't find too many things that look like they're hidden. Everything looks like it's going to be the same. And then you go over by the bed and you notice that like there's mortar missing around one of the stones. Yeah, and it's very like just pinchable, and you pull out the block and it goes ka-tunk.
Yes.
And there's a small like one of those journals you would hide between your like layers of your bed or under your pillow or something like that journal there.
Yes. I take it with my little grabby hands.
You have grabbed the grabby journal. Yes, it's there. So it's a journal. It's written in presumably Magda's voice. It's fairly thorough, and it looks like this is about 3 months of journaling. And it does have an entry from the night that it is in question.
This is the diary of Laura Palmer. I go to the end and I read backwards.
Okay, and let's get like some background reading from like previous pages before we get to this
Yes.
part. So the general tone of this is, first off, she was real upset when her best friend from childhood married someone else. Purely out of political maneuvering. It was a match arranged by their parents. He was not excited about it. Magda was not excited about it. It was one of those things that just kind of like had to happen. And then the lady just like catches a cold from being out one night and dies super mysteriously. And it's one of those things where the tone in the book makes it sound like Magda is very like happy, but upset that she's so happy, because it's clearly not the sort of thing you should rejoice in, but it's what she
Yeah.
wants. So all that goes on. There's no confession of giving her a cold or anything like that. It
Right,
seems
right,
like it's
no.
very innocent, but
Hey, one of my
she's
cousins
upset.
isn't a murderer.
Yeah. And then she talks about in this last page how she's just become engaged and she's so happy, and there was no chance this was going to happen, and it's the best possible scenario. And she says that she got the weirdest engagement present that she could ever have imagined, which is a spinning wheel. Why would she need that?
Does it
Sent
say who
it?
it's from?
Who sent it?
No, because that would be too fun. We don't want that.
Lena.
Lena!
Lena is like looking at the door and like trying to fix that squeak, and comes over. Yes. Oh, you found a book.
Where
Yeah.
a spinning wheel. Do you it was in Magda's possessions. Do you still have that?
Spinning wheel? No. Do you? We could look in. There's no spinning wheel in the room. I've been in that room several times. Do you want to go through the ledgers? Go through the logs? See
Yeah.
if there's any note
Any
of that?
correspondence? Yes.
It
we
was
need
an
those.
engagement present.
Oh, that seems like the sort of thing that definitely should have been in the room then. I've never. Should we ask Sophia? Sophia's been here longer than I have, but also
Yes.
maybe we just go downstairs. I tell you what. Do you want to go speak with Sophia? And I'll go look in the records. I know exactly where I would look. I don't know that 3 people make it faster.
I think that's fair, Maggie. We should...
Human perception. Human perception her.
Yeah, go for it.
Human perception in her.
Go ahead and roll for it.
I will when I find it.
Yes,
Very
more.
I just hope someone clips this. I hope there's such a clipping going on.
17.
Okay.
17.
I think Lena is a person generally without artifice, so I almost rolled my D0 again. Okay. Yeah. Seems legit.
Okay, fine. She can go by herself then. That's fine.
Okay. She starts walking downstairs to go check records, and then you go down a couple floors to the 3rd level tower.
We'll
And
find Sophia.
yeah, you go over to the door to Magda's room, and Sophia's sitting there with the same book. She's just a few more pages in at this point. And she puts it down and says, "Did you need to come see her again?"
Yeah, I just need to ask you a question, Sophia.
Oh, all right.
Yeah.
Maggie?
Yeah, right. So, Magda here got a spinning wheel as an engagement gift, and we're wondering what happened to it.
Who sent it also?
Or
Yeah.
that.
So she's like vaguely nodding along.
Mm-hmm.
She says, "Yeah, I kind of remember that." Uh-huh. Oh, how... She's looking around. There's not like a closet or something. Bless you, Lindy. Goes and walks over and looks around. No, maybe Lena put it somewhere?
Go human perception her.
Yeah, human. Hans, we're gonna do it.
This is an episode of varied tone, to be sure. It's great.
13.
Oh, I critted.
Gosh.
Kitty critted.
Well,
29.
29.
okay.
Who's
Well,
lying?
I did the other thing.
Who's
I did
lying
the other thing.
to us?
Someone's
I
not
have a
telling the
4.
truth here.
Between
No,
the two
they
of
both
us, we
seem
got...
pretty unaware of what's going on, to be frank.
Really?
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah. Sophia says, I've actually been her lady in waiting for about 7 years now. So before this happened, I remember the spinning wheel. And it was unusual. I don't think that Magda really knew how to spin wool, but she was trying it. I remember that. Mm-hmm.
Right, so do you remember who sent it? Did she mention a name?
So I'm gonna, I don't know if this is a thing that strictly exists at this point in The Witcher, but I do want to say that there is a thing where it seems like this lady, she's kind of looking off and to the left, and her eyes get a little glazy while this is going on. She's
something magic's affecting her.
I think that's a great way to put it,
Yeah.
and exactly what I would like to say without giving it away.
Right,
So
but
with that,
I was
she's
already thinking that. So it's
I
good.
know, you're so smart.
I'm
I can't
so
fool y'all.
smart.
So with that, she's looking up into the sun. She's like, I don't know where that thing went, or where it came from.
Look at me and Silas side-eyeing.
Right.
Alright.
We should go see if Lena has any information in the ledgers, right?
Right.
I think she's gonna pull Maggie out of the room a little bit, out of Sophia's,
Uh-huh.
where she can hear, and she's like, something's not right here, right?
No, it looks like the way men look after friends done talking with them.
You ever looked in the mirror after Thren's done talking with you?
No?
Just curious.
No, but I mean that vaguely something just messed with my head and maybe it's not natural.
Yes, I'm definitely getting that feeling here.
Yeah, you hear gentle footsteps coming up the stairs, but they're a little bit quick. And Lena is half running up the stairs towards you. She's a little out of breath, and she has a paper in her hand. She goes, "Okay, I found the record. I don't know that this really helps. Look." And she says the spinning wheel was returned to its sender. That's all that they wrote.
Oh, my
That is not
God.
how you keep a ledger. I could tell them so many better ways of handling this.
Who wrote the ledger then?
The person who had the job before me. But
Who was that?
Don't make me make up too many NPC names, Lauren.
Well, okay, if it's irrelevant, then don't make one up.
No, it's good. I've got a name now if we need it. The person who had this job before me, their name was Clemens. But anyways, this is nothing. That's not how you write a ledger if you're trying to keep track of things.
No, it's how
everything
you
else is
write
more
a ledger
elaborate
if
than
you're
this.
trying to hide something.
Yes, it seems very suspicious because all the other information, it looks right. It looks like something that would be properly tracked, but this is just returned to sender.
Alright, I think that's about all we can do here.
We could check the stables or the what the fuck you got, the post, to see if they would have any information of it, but if it's years ago, I doubt they do. There's something going on in this house. Maybe Thren needs to search for some sort of magic in the house.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know if it's like a thing where like different magic types like maybe she sees them. I have no idea how it works, but like she could figure out if something is similar. Maybe.
Something's definitely wrong here. Someone's trying to hide something. I don't think it's Lena or Sophia. What if we... I could try to talk to Christoph. I don't know how long he's been here.
Did they say how long Christoph had been here, or no?
I don't think so.
You could always ask Lena. She's right here.
Lena,
But,
how long has Christoph been here?
About as long as me, about 5 years.
Before this happened or after?
No, that's definitely after. I think the only person who's really been here as long as this has all been going on is Sophia. When the Vols left the house, they hired myself and Christoph to keep it in... It's not really in repair, but frankly, they don't leave much money, and they're not interested in seeing it be kept up more than this.
Were there any other servants at the time, like before,
Yes.
like
Oh,
anyone
yes,
who's
definitely.
still in town?
Do you want to go through the records with me? We can go through them
You know what?
together.
I really do. I really want to go
Let's
through
go.
some records right now.
She's walking you over to the records room. Gremlin, of course, has been super silent this whole time, but
Oh,
I
right.
don't know. He's probably pushed that enough for now, right?
Yeah.
But
Of course.
Forgot I brought him.
yeah, as you're going in the room and she's leaning over to the records, you hear a crinkle as your foot steps down on a piece of paper.
I love when that happens.
And it's just a post receipt.
Uh-huh.
And it says there, one object, large, comma, and it's being sent to Oxenfurt, and the date matches up with the dates you're looking for.
It couldn't be Dran, could it? The person that sent Nightingale to kiss her.
Sophia!
And she's like 2 steps ahead of you. She just turns around. Yes.
No, Sophia, not Lena.
Oh, sorry, Lena. Okay, right. Sophia,
Sophia!
way back there.
You know someone named
Walking
Dran?
downstairs.
Yeah, I'm gonna just yelling. I'm yelling.
Now,
Did Magda have any other suitors besides
she walks all the way downstairs now at this point, and as she's coming over to you, she says, well, she knew Gabriel since they were children.
Right.
He was here a lot before he got married. There was a point at which her father was talking about marrying her to a man named Harmut, and he was a lot older than her.
Hermit?
She was not excited about that at all. If the Gabriel thing hadn't gotten through, it was certainly going to happen.
Is he local? Or
I
does he live in
think.
Oxenfurt?
No, I mean, if anything, he would go to Novigrad. He was a merchant. I think he was here in Tredegor, but that may have changed.
All right. Thanks.
Oh, yeah.
It's a lot of dead ends here, Maggie.
Mm-hmm.
Clearly there's something blocking them from telling us anything they know.
I wonder if Frin knows how to break a spell.
Sounds like a good time for Thren and Luca to show up, don't you think?
Yeah. Meet on the street.
Mm-hmm. So as the group reconnects and everyone is in the same locale,
Oh, hello. How's it go? How is the investigation going?
We've hit a dead end. Did you learn anything from Nightingale?
Oh no. I think I taught him a few things, though, or at least broadened his field of vision. He's riding back to Oxenfurt to speak with this Dran fellow, who's potentially just a scam artist of some type. Because I vaguely remember him saying, paying for some type of information from him, which sounds like just he saw a sucker.
Well, we definitely saw one at breakfast this morning, so.
Friend,
Yes.
so, some of the people back there in the house kind of looked like maybe their minds have been messed with a bit. Like, maybe by magic. And I was wondering if you knew anything about fixing that, or where one would go to figure out how to fix it.
So I can try to dispel a magic that's
Ooh.
on someone. If it was a ritual or a hex, I can attempt it. If it's an actual spell, though, it would depend on the type of spell that was cast.
Well,
But I could attempt it.
seems
Yes,
worth a try at least.
Break some magics. And if not, if we have a specific date of what knows, just kidding, it has to be within the past 2 days. I can't look way back into the past. Or if we have a lead on a potential person who might know something, I could try and attempt to scry on them, in a sense of speaking.
Could you scribe on an object?
It kind of has to be an event, or I guess I suppose it could be a thing.
All right. Well, that's something to try. We can
Try to scry on the.
I'd probably have to
spell.
have a location for.
Is a place where it was sent to vague and too vague? Just Oxenford?
I could give it a try.
All right. Let's take Fryn up to Sophia, see what's going on there, and then we'll just get Fryn all nice and cozy. Do you need anything? Do you need tea?
No,
Do you
I'm
need a
alright for
pillow?
now.
Do you need the water? I remember one time you needed
I will
the
need
bowl of
water if we need to do. If I need to look at something.
All right.
But we could. I'll try the dispelling first.
All right. Yeah.
So we enter back into the house
Hi.
again.
Hi, Lena. Hi.
It's going to be a lot
Going
of this.
back
Just get used to it.
Yeah, I think they really can't say no to you because you've got a Vol with you, and it's the Vol house. So they
We
just.
got True Vol with us.
Mhm.
1.5.
Have we dropped that yet? I don't know
Yeah.
if we dropped that yet.
I
Did
said I was a
Cousin.
we? Cousin. Yeah. Okay. We did drop that.
Who
Yeah.
knows what that means?
So yeah,
Mhm.
family can't say no. So yeah, I think she'll Can I roll my magical training to see if I get any sense of magic on Sophia?
Sure. Also, we can have Lupa, do the medallion thing while we're here too.
Mhm.
Yep. Medallion checks that isn't
Just hold
just
it out.
that isn't just me, Maggie, or the fucking curse upstairs.
Mhm.
Yes. Yeah.
Oh,
So
yeah.
you've got first off magic training and second off medallion vibe check. So we've got a magic training roll here that's not really exceptional. It's not like the
Yeah,
best ever.
I rolled a
It's
2.
Okay. Yeah. So I think Sophia does not seem to be magically magicked in a way that is easy to
Mhm.
do anything with. I don't think it's gonna work on this. Maybe. I don't think that it's a good enough role to work on this. Is what I'm trying to get at. So,
Okay.
This is maybe something slightly subtle, if anything, or slightly not in the strict education you've had.
Okay.
Um,
And then she'll just try to just be like, I'm just going to be here with my book in the corner while you investigate, because we don't want to necessarily be like, I'm a sorceress.
Right.
So
Very
just like basically distract Sophia.
Oh, right.
mhm.
Right. Distraction. So good at it. So
And then for
good.
Lupa, real quick, I think we've got like maybe a faint medallion signature there, but nothing that really comes off as being like personally cursed or anything like that.
Okay. So it's not like there's a cursed object. or
The
anything.
spell, so you can see the wording of it.
Maybe they've just been
Um,
standing really close to a curse for a while.
And I will roll. my magic check. I'll spend a luck on it. Why not? At least.
Hey.
Okay. So let's say this is going on. What's the distraction? Let's hear the distraction as Sophia's being
Right.
distracted.
So good at distracting. So good at it. Sila? So good at it? You're good at it.
Shall I lead into a distraction for you? So Sophia's
Always
wearing a fairly
helpful.
like simple dress, but it's
Uh-huh.
got some of those like embellishments on the edges and so forth. And she goes, "Who made your dress?"
Yeah, is Kirsten Beats.
Oh yeah. She's fine. She's
Who-
not very popular in town, is she?
Who made your dress?
Rebecca Deasted.
Oh, right. Yeah, we heard about her. Just, has problems.
What's the beef between Kirsten and Rebecca?
I mean, it's pretty simple. Rebecca makes a very classical style of dress. It's popular in Novigrad right now, and Kirsten kind of does her own thing, and it's fine.
I'm from Novigrad. Dresses like this would be very appreciated there.
When was the last time you were in Novigrad?
That's none of your concern.
I think the season right now that we're in, maybe not so much, but
I mean,
Yeah, but some
People-
people seem
What?
to have yeah.
people like things that are out of the box and interesting, and Kirsten seems to do that.
look, I know from the accent that you're from Redania, but I don't think you really understand what's going on right now here, do you? It's not very forgiving with the idea of doing things that are different.
Yeah, some people seem to have some real vitriol toward Kirsten.
Yeah. Have you heard anything coming out of the palace lately? Reddit's very strict on what is what.
Don't keep up with royals, really.
Now, as you get closer to Novigrad, expect to see more and more of these witch hunters and more people who are telling you what you can and
Thrin's
cannot
definitely
do.
making a face in the background while she's
is
casting
what you need while
Radavid's
you're doing
mention.
a
She's
spell.
like,
She's like, it's just so much safer just to do what everybody else does, don't you think?
It's more boring.
Yeah, the boring means that no one breaks down the door and asks why you're sitting next to a cursed lady, though.
Has that happened before?
Look, I'm honestly very fond of Magda. As much as someone who is a daughter of a minor noble working for someone who is the daughter of a prominent noble can be, I feel like we are friends, and I've been taking care of her while she was sleeping for 5 years. If someone was to burst down the door and say she's cursed, let's throw her on the fire where the witch is, I would personally be upset about that.
And you do something about it, right?
I don't know what I could possibly do. I mean, look at me, and she like points down. She's like this tiny wafer of a person, and she says, "What would I do? I would scream, and I would hit at them with my fists, and they would probably throw me on the fire too."
Good optimism, right? Okay.
realism.
If we were in Novigrad, it would be happening every night, I think.
Oh, you sound like you come from a lovely place, Sila.
Novigrad is much more free than this explanation.
You all need to be more careful. This Church of the Eternal Fire. I don't know that if you were to go to Novigrad, that your friend would have an easy time.
Which
And
one?
Her eye motion is connecting to Lupa.
Oh, Lupa.
Yeah.
Lupa never has an easy time.
Lupa's just like shrugs.
To be completely honest, I know the right sort of people in Novigrad. I don't know people who wouldn't accept Lupa for what they are.
Well, anyways, I don't mean to be a downer. Just, your dresses are controversial. I thought it would be worth knowing, but
We're wearing controversial dresses, Sila. I don't know why I think that's funny.
I sort of like it, honestly.
Bryn
I've always been a
completes
bit
her spell
controversial.
working. And Sophie goes, "Oh, wow, that's weird."
You feeling alright, Sophia?
No, it's like I'm remembering something I forgot. It's very unusual.
Is it about a spinning wheel?
Yeah, it was about the spinning wheel. I was
Yes.
thinking about that. I remember that when the spinning wheel came in, it was very unusual because it was not a gift from Christopher's family. It was from, I'm scrolling up, pardon me a second here. Oh, I scrolled up to the wrong spot. Now, pardon me one more second. It was not from Gabriel's family. It was not from the Cezalts. It wasn't marked as being from him at all. It said an admirer, and we didn't know what that meant at the time, but it had come from Oxenfurt, or so that's what the post said.
What was the name of that guy she was engaged to?
Helmut?
Helmer? Was he from Oxenfurt? Yeah.
Harmut. No, I think if he was from anywhere, he would have been from Novigrad, going back and forth. But I mean, you can send posts from anywhere, right? It's on the road. Maybe that makes sense too.
Do you remember an admirer?
No, and it was very strange because when the next day when she fell asleep, I don't even recall how, but her mother told us to put it away right away. She said send it off, and I don't know what that means.
Did her mother like Gabriel?
I don't know how much her mother likes anyone. I think it all depends on, how they're doing in their court and if they're wealthy and things like that. I don't want to say she's superficial, but she valued things.
A noble.
Oh yeah, very much. Very much.
Well, looks like we've got some thing pointing us towards Oxenford now.
Maybe we can catch up with Aaron.
Probably.
Sophia looks off in the distance and comes back. She goes, "Oh, she pricked her finger. I was there. She was doing the spinning, and she pricked her finger on the wheel. On the spindle.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I remember that happening.
Good.
And her mother was more concerned with getting rid of the spinning wheel. All right.
We at least have this lead of Drand of Oxenfurt, so guess we're going to travel, which means I need to change.
Yes, we should probably get ready and leave quickly. How much stamina did that cost me, Hans?
That's a great question. What's
It's
my
half
range
of
here?
whatever the initial spellcaster used. Their
Let's
stamina.
say it's like, shall we say like 5? Does 5 sound
Sure.
terrible?
Yeah, that sounds
Okay.
that sounds about right. Probably for memory manipulation stuff. Means it cost him 10.
Yeah.
Which means they were at least a somewhat accomplished mage.
I think Lupa looks over. If you remember anything else while we're gone, you should write it down.
Good. I should, and maybe I can send it to you. Where are you going? Are you going to Novigrad?
Well,
Oxenfurt for now, I believe.
All right. Well, I feel like something has come unstuck in my head suddenly, and maybe I'll remember something else. But if not, I think at least those things. If I find something else, I'll try to send it along in the post.
yeah, at least keep records.
All right.
Right. So is the plan to pack and head out? Is there anything else we needed to do here?
I don't really
think-
think so.
Before we leave the Pie and Beer Inn,
Mm-hmm.
Thrin will rent a room for like the next week,
Oh.
just to have it there in case I need to pop back in here and pick up something or deliver some news or information. I can just teleport into that room, and I know no one's going to be in there.
Oh, nice.
And you can put it as like hey, we might come back.
Yeah,
just
yeah.
save
Just
this.
save this room for me. I might be going in and out or whatever. Yeah, and
Yep,
I don't
Audra has
think
no
it's an
problem doing that for you.
expensive inn, and she has tons of money, so she'll actually put it on hold for like 2 weeks just to have it.
Okay.
Rather have it, not need it, than need it and not have it. So
Yeah.
Right.
And what's his face? Nightingale said that it would take him till he would get there before evening if he left
Mhm.
right after breakfast. So
mm-hmm.
we'd be getting there around evening.
Yeah.
if we left now.
Yeah, at this time, maybe like towards nightfall. We'll see
Yeah.
how it goes on the road.
Great.
We can ride a little faster.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Pack up the stuff. Get on the road. Hey, we're gonna hit 2 cities.
Come on,
We're
Glucifer.
gonna be outside of a
Let's go.
city. What?
I'm going to break out a story real quick here to tell you that in my story ideas, the note that I did not use for Errant Nightingale was where he asks you if you need to have your sister kissed, but I didn't use that one. That didn't seem necessary anymore, but I just want to point out that was a great note. It's like, do you need your sister kissed? Well, no, we don't need that.
No, we just need to talk to you about consent real quick, and then.
Gonna learn
I
you
think-
some things, boy.
Once he wrote down consent, he can't ask you if you need your sister kissed, right? That's
Right.
not good.
Yeah.
That's
Mhm.
very
Did
90s
you-
rom-com.
Did you have a mother growing up?
That's so
Have a
good.
mother.
Actually, we need
So
to
fucking
get
good.
that quoted. Key, can you quote that, please?
Yeah.
Have a mother growing up?
Just wanted to know if you had a feminine influence in your life
And
to
you-
teach
Hey,
you
what?
these things. Because if you didn't, that could be like a reason you may not know some things. But no, he had no excuse.
No excuse. No excuse.
I think Scylla doesn't change. She's gonna wear her outfit.
Thrin will change just to be more on the DL because we're heading closer to Novigrad.
Yeah.
Scylla's going to push this as far as she can to see if Sophia is right.
Yeah, I'm gonna change just because I really don't want to get it dirty because it's like my one nice thing.
Mm-hmm. But I give Glucifer some apples and sugar cubes before we leave.
Have we established how much your horse loves you yet?
No, we have not.
No.
Do we need to make a horse love roll?
A horse love
Yes,
roll.
yes, we do.
That sounds bad. I'm sorry.
It sounds
But,
weird.
Anyways,
A horse
Yeah.
affection roll?
do we want to make a general horse charisma roll?
Yes, I would love to do that. Just charisma.
Yeah, I think we
gonna
decided on charisma
spend-
last time, right?
I think so. Yeah, I'm gonna spend the last 3 of my luck
Oh
on
my
this roll.
god, Lindy.
What?
Wait,
17.
Okay. Glucifer enjoys apples and carrots and being paid attention to. You're starting to make a real connection there. It's great.
Yes.
No.
That better not be what Glucifer turns into. Katie.
Okay.
That was so
Okay.
fast. too.
On the road again.
I have actual
Okay.
pictures of Glucifer on my Pinterest board.
Yep. So we are now on the road to Oxenford. So this is the same road on which you just fought some giant centipedes. Was that yesterday?
Uh-huh.
Yesterday.
Yes.
And so as we continue on the road, you're starting to go around that bend, and we're going to start to have some roadside encounters.
Roadside
Um,
encounters.
Yep.
Oh,
Who
yeah,
wants to roll? Oh, go ahead.
Oh no, I was gonna remember that Lupa also changed because Lupa's not wearing that
Mhm.
shit on the
It's a
road.
nice outfit.
That's fair. You have to do some
Okay.
actual witching at some point. You want to be ready for that.
We are very
So nice
close.
outfits are Scylla. Did Thrin stay in a nice outfit, or did she change to
She
travel
changed to travel dress to not attract attention to herself.
dress? All right.
She does not need that
So,
as we get closer to Novigrad.
no reason for Scylla not to attract attention to herself. That
That
works
yeah,
out well.
Scylla always wears over the top,
Yes.
attracting attention outfits.
But,
So
they,
this is
but
just
they're not going to
normal.
burn Scylla at the stake.
They
if the Church of Fire
honestly
sees it.
probably could.
Burn us all.
They're not going to instantly do
Yeah.
it. They're not.
I'm in my.
We're going to think
in
about
my-
it first.
I'm in my blacks and my armor again.
Mhm. Okay, so we are riding along the road. This is a busy road. It's well traveled. There are a lot of people who are on foot, and there are a lot of people who are driving carts and so forth. But there are very few people who are just riding on a horse. Right now, in particular, you're about the only people who are just riding horses. So you have a steady stream of people who are coming into Tredegor, and the people who would be leaving in your direction, they're going to be further down the road because they want to be there before nightfall. So
Right.
no one's leaving on foot at this time. The people who are driving carts are all coming into the city as well. So you've got lots of people coming in your direction, but no one going the way you're going. So with that, let's go ahead and make a awareness roll.
And nothing happens.
And
So-
nothing
We get
have so many
there.
All of us make it.
A.
There's no real need for that, but everybody can roll, sure.
I have 28 because I crit it.
It's crushed.
I
It's
credit
so
too.
Jesus.
It's
Nice.
3 today. 23.
That's
Okay,
good.
it's real good stuff. So here's the thing, and if we don't have a roll for Maggie, do we have a roll for Maggie?
Do you
I
want
think that's
one?
fine. No, do you really need one? I think it's like Maggie knows where Maggie's going. Maggie's
Yep.
going to Oxenfurt to find out what the heck's going on.
Yep.
Everyone else has their head on a swivel because that's what's going on right now.
Oh yeah,
And as this is going on,
Like Church of
there
Flame?
are
Church of Flame,
Yeah.
Church of Fire.
Yeah, I'm driving
there's
the
two
horse.
people
so-
in particular that are standing out as this is going on. There's a like 6-foot tall guy who is muscular in a like not quite lean, but like he's muscular and he's wearing a outfit that looks almost like a guard's outfit. It's not a Redanian guard's outfit. It looks slightly more worn, more like beaten up, and of
He's
lower
like Kmart
quality.
Rosent.
Kind of like a Kmart Rosent, but additionally, he has some sort of badge on his chest that I don't
Ah.
think anybody here is going to be familiar with.
Oh,
Interesting.
Yeah, I don't think we've seen these people yet. The problem is that there is a roughly 14-year-old girl that he is talking to. She's got like shoulder-length black hair, and she's got like a very mid-tan skin color. You know, small, slim nose, black eyes. She's Jessie Goey is my face claim for this. She's got a very sweet-looking face, but right now she's really upset by whatever conversation they're having. She's wearing a hood. She's wearing a cloak that's pulled up real tight around her, and you know she's got a full-size adult man who is talking and in her face right now.
Oh, yeah, Lupa doesn't like this.
Yeah.
Come on!
Yeah,
Nope.
Ah!
I know.
Give me a.
To be fair, Silas saw it too, and Silas just like, Maggie, stop the horse. Stop the horse
Why?
right now.
No, we're in a rush.
Look what's happening. Come on.
That's a
Lupa
conversation.
got off of their horse.
Lupa can
Ran, I need
catch
you to follow
up.
up with a magic training roll.
Oh, shit.
Look, I have a crossbow now.
21.
Nice. Okay, so this man is talking to this girl who's on the side of the road. She is traveling like she's trying to get into, like she was going the opposite way, and like she has no horse or anything like that. She has dropped an apple on the side of the ground. And as this man is like pointing down at the ground and shouting at her and saying something about, I saw you take that off the cart. And he looks like he's about to grab this girl. And all this is going on. Thrin, the other thing you notice is this girl is going to do some sort of uncontrolled magic thing at this guy. She is going
Oh.
to have no idea what it is, but she is about to do something.
I step in. I interfere. I'm like, oh, hello there. Miss, I believe you're an apple salesman. You sell apples? They're apples. I have horses. They love apples. I'd love to buy her apple and some apples for my horses. Please and thank you.
So
Try to
he
just
turns.
distract and diffuse.
Yeah. I've got a face claim for this guy who is Chris Patton in his IMDb picture, where he looks super swole and has a beard. As we're talking about this, so this guy is wearing a very bad uniform, but as he turns, the badge on his chest is a Church of the Eternal Fire badge.
Oh, fuck.
Oh
But it's
no.
Yeah, it's not the original badge. It's a weird thing that's like a little bit off from there.
Oh.
And I don't think anybody has had any experience with this particular group yet to know what it means.
Nope.
So with that,
I'm still arguing
Um,
with Silent. The horse is going in circles.
yeah.
The horse
I'm
is
gonna
like,
say-
where are we going? Where are we going?
We
Where are we going?
don't need to help. Every
Look,
waif we
Thrin's
see on the
Thrin is
street.
helping. Thrin's helping
And
Maggie.
I am ready. I have Dispel ready to cast because it can be instant. It can be used as a defensive thing. So she's kind of putting herself into just achoo. Wow, that was strange. If necessary.
Okay. So the way that this person's dressed, I don't know if there's an official witch hunter symbol, but this symbol is now officially going to be a like the goblet of fire, and then it
Mhm.
has like a pillar standing up in the center, which might just be a post that you stick witches on.
Oh,
Great.
Nice.
hate that.
So I might have just needed to Google that.
They have the fancy hats. They
Yeah,
got
so
special
these-
hats and like the weird like nose.
Right, the nose thing. Yeah, that's so
yeah.
gross. I don't like that thing at all that they do.
It's just it's like their collar comes up to here and they've got the nose strap to keep the collar up here.
Well, I think this guy has the collar, but he's not wearing the head, like the
Okay.
underwear on the head thing right now. So
He's in
Um,
casual.
that's right. That's right. Kurt the Witch Hunter.
Ew.
Yes. Okay,
hey
so there we go. He has a
there.
Redanian badge. That's what we need. He has the
Okay.
Redanian badge that this guy has.
Okay.
All
Thank you.
right.
So he's looking at you, and what is your interruption again? Oh, are you an apple salesman?
Yes. Oh, I heard something about apples. I'd like to buy her apple and some apples for my horses. You know.
No, miss, I'm not an apple salesman.
Oh.
This is official business. Go on your way.
Well, but it seems to be that she was trying to get an apple. It seems that this dispute could be easily remedied by payment if it seemed to have been forgotten. Things happen.
What's your name?
My name is Thrin.
Well, Miss Thrin, I'm taking this girl in for a crime that she's committed. If you want to go with us, you're welcome to go as well.
What crime would that be?
Stealing.
Stealing. Well, it isn't theft if it's paid for, is it? Where's the merchant?
Drove on that way.
Drove on that way. So, a crime was committed. They left. And now you're after this girl? Because she has an
Does
apple.
the thing where he does like the shoulder roll back and like extend a plan. What exactly are you trying to do here?
It sounds
Sounds like you're trying to
you're-
interfere with my official duties.
Sounds like you're trying to accuse theft of crimes with little evidence. There's no
Apple's
merchant
right
here
there.
to say that she did indeed steal anything.
By the way, Lupa had gone up
Yep.
here.
Maggie's starting to bring the horse closer to
And also, like, Lupa's already been here for, I think, a while. Still on the horse. Still looking like it's, like, in full Witcher situation right now.
Uh-huh. I don't think witch hunters are particularly smart in general in how they interact with witchers. That doesn't tend to go well. And so now, having been thoroughly talked out of what's going on by Thrin, the witch hunter now looks around at everyone else and goes, "You have all sorts of problems, don't you?"
Right now, you seem to be the only problem we have.
I mean, I have family issues, but I don't think you know about those.
Damn it, Maggie, I was trying to be cool.
Oh, sorry.
We just saw something going on down here. And if it seemed like it can be de-escalated, then I don't see why we can't de-escalate it.
Yeah, the way to de-escalate it is to surround him.
Oh, wow, if he can't do anything.
Uh-huh.
I understand. Fine. Go on your way, miss. He looks at the young lady and like gives her like a mean look like that, and then starts walking off back towards the Oxenford direction of the road.
Good, we're going to be going that way.
It's gonna be an awkward.
Really awkwardly.
I think
And-
Scylla picks up the apple. She's probably gotten off the horse at this time because she's gotten worried too. So she picks up the apple and hands it to the little girl and just like, next time if you're going to steal, make sure they don't see it.
Didn't think he was watching. I was really hungry. Thank you all so much.
Oh, here, hold on a moment. Because I bought like a bushel of apples for like Glucifer. So I'm gonna pull out a couple extra apples because I give one to Glucifer so he doesn't feel bad. Because like when you like open up the box of treats for
Yeah.
your cat, they want it. If you're gonna give it to another cat, they just feel hurt. So I give Glucifer an apple and I give her like a small bag of apples.
If you ever had that experience with a horse too, like they are not polite about it. They just like reach out with their teeth. They do that thing where they put their lips back and they just like try to grab it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh.
Yeah.
So she's like, one apple for you, a few apples for her. Are you traveling by yourself, alone?
Yeah.
All right. Well, good luck on the road. Come on, Sarah.
Do you have any family?
No.
All right. And you're gonna kind of just, gently kind of try to just off the road a bit more. My dear, I feel like you should be aware. You can channel chaos.
Run away, kid.
You
Run
should be
away.
very careful. You might want to leave this country. Try not to get too upset or emotional at anyone, or things could happen. beyond your control right now. I'd say go to Aretusa, but it's not really a thing right now.
Look, I don't want to do it. Can you just stop it? Can you help me stop it?
No.
Her heart's like, she's like, unfortunately, you can't stop it. You can only control it. She kind of goes into just one of her bags and pulls out maybe like some of like one of her old notebooks on like basics that she has from like way back, and she goes, don't let anyone see this, but read through this, try to avoid lots of people, and just it's very tied to your emotional state, so try not to get too emotional. I would teach you myself, or recommend some people some safe places, but we're headed to Oxenfurt currently. You know what? There's a room at the Pie and Beer Inn over here.
Okay.
And Dragador, tell the owner there that Thrin said the room's for you, and I'll pop in to check in on you. Just stay there for a bit. The room's paid for. Read through some of that book.
Okay.
What's your name?
Well, Corey.
Corey. All right. And pull out a little bit. This should cover your meals while you're there. Just try and lay low. Just give him like, let's see, money. Just give him like 10 crowns. That should be like a couple weeks of food.
Okay, thank you.
I'll probably be popping in at some point. And when I say pop in, I mean teleport, so don't be too startled by that.
All right.
Okay.
She starts walking off in the direction of Tredagor. She's staying like really off the road. She's like walking on the side of the road, like in the bushes and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Sila's climbed back up on the horse and she's like, yeah, Maggie, doesn't it feel good when you've done something good for someone?
No!
You should feel good about things in yourself when you help someone that needs the help. She needed our help.
Yeah, and by helping her, could have got us all in a lot of trouble.
Sometimes you have to put that aside to help people.
Why?
Because you have to care about other people, Maggie.
She was going to cast something at that guard. Probably destructive, drawing a lot of attention, and they would have burnt her at the stake.
Yeah, well, the guard would have been gone. She could have run away.
It may or may not have killed him, but other people would have definitely seen it.
Not that kind.
Come on, let's get on the,
Oh, now we can get on the road. Well, the next argument, the next time we hear just like two people arguing on the road, I'm gonna stop.
I only intervened because I could sense what she was about to do. It's difficult times for... She kind of looks back over to be in that situation. With the world as it is right now.
Well, less likely to get caught if you keep moving.
we'll keep moving.
And as you do so, we continue on. We get to that curve around the road where we saw some giant centipedes and slew them handily. And I need one more awareness roll, especially from Thrin, actually. I would say this could be anybody, but it's especially Thrin. Okay.
16.
Okay. So, do you remember, Thrin, that you had a coin purse that you gave to a dwarven woman who was headed off to university to study
Yes.
painting? Great.
Yes.
So that coin purse minus the actual coin is standing on a wooden stake in the road at this exact spot where you fought these giant centipedes. Like to the point there's still like centipede legs laying in the ground and so forth.
Pause for a second. Look at this coin purse. It's on a stake.
Yeah, like somebody just took a big like wooden pole and stuck it in the ground, and then like they hung your coin purse on the top of it. But it's obviously deflated and empty.
Uh-huh. Look around. Seems weird. Should be like, Lupa, I hate to be the person to stop the horse train again, but you recognize that coin purse.
Looks over, narrows eyes, and we'll probably go right over to it.
So you see the stake, yes. You
Why
recognize
is
the
it
coin
upside
purse.
down on a stake where we killed a bunch of giant centipedes? Empty?
It's empty, yeah.
With
Uh,
the owner of it not anywhere around here?
Yeah, I think Lupa's like just kind of going over to it to pick up the pouch.
Yep.
Probably examines it for a quick second to see like was it split open? Was it?
Is
Does it
there
have-
blood on it?
Is there blood on it?
There's signs of a
no
scuffle.
blood on it. No.
Yeah.
You know what there is? There is a strong verbena odor, like that lemon verbena type herb smell that
Mhm.
Lupa last smelled when she was grappling in a bathhouse with an assassin.
Fuck.
It's like a very recognizable perfume.
No. I think you see Lupa's nose crinkles.
What is it?
I think our good friends from the bathhouse have struck here.
Do you think they killed her, or just abducted her, or just robbed her and beat her up?
I can't even say for sure. Depends on
Oh.
what branch of good friends' business we're talking about here.
Oh, but she was going to be a painter. Thrin was already like emotional after that first encounter, and now she's like, like a little.
Lupa is your old friend in Oxenford?
Oh, it's not specifically in Oxenford, I don't think, but if her people are to be believed, Marge Lavin has quite expanded her territory since the last time I saw her. And that this entire area is hers in some way.
So does that mean we have been and are currently also being watched?
I would not be surprised.
Look around.
Just generally see who's watching you, or you
Yeah,
keep
who's
track,
watching?
so
Yeah,
what's
I'm looking
Yeah,
for it.
who's watching us?
So if somebody wants to make wilderness
Promotional.
survival, that's tracking, and if somebody
Yeah.
wants to just generally look around, that's awareness.
I'll do awareness. But garbage. Garbage. Nice.
Well, looking around, nobody else is really paying attention to you. You don't see any people hiding in the trees or anything like that. Lupa, you're used to tracking people down. These are not very carefully kept tracks. It's a fairly purposeful trail as far as you can tell.
Yeah.
And you do see 3 sets of footprints, just like how you met 3 assassins before. They lead a short distance off into the woods where it looks like there is a wheeled carriage, that has taken off in this direction, following the road in parallel.
Okay.
So it looks like they're heading toward Oxenford as well.
Yeah.
All signs going this direction.
Great. Okay. Yeah. So Lupa we'll probably get off the horse at this point and is searching around.
Okay.
And then comes back. Well, my bet is that she's still alive. Probably got kidnapped.
Oh,
They didn't hide their tracks, which is looked quite intentional to be.
like an invitation then.
It's like we have a lot waiting
And
for us in Oxenfoot.
Let's hope that we can just deal with them one at a time and not all at once.
Well, two aren't a problem.
Maggie leans over. She whispers, so, you see, this is a problem with traveling with old folks, right? They just got a shit ton of baggage.
Lupa can
She says,
accurately hear
as
this
she has a
bullshit.
crush on one of the old folks.
No, I'm cold as ice now.
Oh,
Yeah,
okay.
I think Lupa just
Cold as ice.
just kind of a tired sigh as they get up back onto their horse. Like,
An old tired sigh.
Old
Just-
tired side.
yeah, and I think it's just like, come on, this old person has to be somewhere before we. My bedtime, I don't know. And just like,
Oh,
and just
you're
like,
not that old.
I thought
just
you
like
didn't
call you
sleep.
old.
Rumble.
Lupa, I thought you didn't sleep. Have you been lying to us?
Yeah, just they're going now.
Yeah.
They're
It's 2
grumpy.
o'clock, and we do have to stop for dinner now. No, I'm joking.
I'm just holding the
So-
coin purse. Like, oh, my heart
We're gonna
today.
we're gonna continue on the road, and getting to Oxenford is gonna take time.
And when they
where
get
nothing
old,
else
they're
this significant
sentimental
happens.
too. You see?
The big thing that's going to happen is we're going to get closer and closer to dark, and with our tiny little side trips there, and then just generally the way that the sun is setting, you're traveling like towards the west. So as you're going, like the sun is setting over your heads like this.
Nice.
And as you are arriving towards Oxenford, it's getting kind of dark. You still have maybe 30 minutes you have to ride on this road, maybe even longer than that. But here's the real thing. In the distance, you're starting to see a lot of torches / flickering firelight in the path of the road.
Oh, good.
as you-
like
yeah, as you-
oh, what do you call them? Like when they check for drunk drivers. What is that called? Roadblock?
Cordon or a stop.
Roadblock.
Yeah,
Roadblock.
that is exactly what you have. As you get closer to Oxenford, before the sun has really officially set down,
Checkpoint.
Yep,
That's what it
there's a
is.
checkpoint. I think the roadblock was really accurate, because what you have is you have 8 people dressed as witch hunters with the full-on
Jesus
wearing the underwear on their
Christ.
head caps.
We can take them. I got a
Your
crossbow.
friend that you saw before, who was not wearing his cap, is there with them.
Oh, good.
Oh,
Great.
He had a
Fantastic.
horse, I guess. That makes
Yeah.
sense.
Yeah, I think if we see this, Lupa's gonna take lead at this point.
Yeah.
I can't remember who. Thrin, you're with Garmellan, I remember.
yes,
correctly.
because
Right.
I'm the only one who doesn't
You
mind him
couldn't
riding
stand
with
him.
me.
So Rosant's with
with me.
Lupa.
yeah.
So I think I'm riding the horse up ahead of everybody else. Because this is just I don't want Thrin in the front. and
Yeah,
I don't want.
And I
Okay.
think that Thrin would swap between Garmellan and her steering the horse, and so Garmellan would probably be steering right now, so Thrin could be all emotional in the back.
Yeah, he's not fond of that part either. Like, he doesn't
Yeah.
like the horse in the first place. This is gross.
Yeah, well, she's not
Um,
any better at riding than he is, probably, so they're both equally
so fair.
terrible at it.
So as you're getting up closer, they are all heavily armed. They have crossbows, they have swords, a couple of them have like a pike type spear, and they're all standing there basically just glaring at you and other people who've come on the road. You just saw them like push an old person and like shake them down and then like push them on their way on the road back to
Oh,
Oxenford.
God.
So everybody is getting a shakedown or a physical something or other here on
What
the road.
what does Thrin have on her?
Not her staff. That's in
Right.
that's in the room.
Yeah.
But she's got a lot of notes. She's got some notebooks. She's got that little trinket thing from the Miracle residence.
How
I
far are
think-
we still from seeing this, and from like would they be able to tell if we were to swap shit casually.
Well, I was going to say that if we could get away with swapping shit, Sila would take anything that would be considered like contraband or something from Thren, and I would get off the horse and use Fade and go around them.
I was also gonna say Lupa could take the notes because it would not be weird for a Witcher to
Or
have
Witchers.
magic
Yeah.
notes.
Those are both good ideas.
So these are good plans. You are at the extreme range of sight. Like they can all tell
Okay.
you're there because you're wearing you're on horses, and the
Yeah.
sun is front lighting you. But on the other hand, too, they're not really going out of their way to do anything to move out of this blockade. They're very comfortable
Mhm.
staying where they are.
Okay.
Additionally, they are not fond of Witchers. Just so we're clear, Witcher plus
No.
Witch Hunter
Yeah.
does equal like
They're
bad
not-
stuff too.
It's not great, but at least it won't be, hey, what's this random person doing with the notes?
What's this lady
here's
doing
this-
with all this magic stuff?
It's
That's
here's
crazy.
this fucking Witcher with stupid magic shit. Like, okay, like at least it doesn't look
Mhm.
it doesn't look suspicious. If
To be
Yeah.
clear, my understanding of them at this point in the game too is that Witch Hunters or Witchers are also fair game for Witch Hunters.
yeah,
Like they would also be people they think they could take. Not take in a fight, but
Oh.
could apprehend.
yeah.
Which is also hilarious.
Yes, there are 8 of them. That's the only thing that there is to
Now,
talk about in this case.
Easy. Crossbow now.
Okay.
So,
Okay.
so which
Okay.
do we want to do? Do we want to try to get Sila out of here with some stuff, or just pass it to Lupa?
I think there's some stuff that could go to Lupa, and that'd be
Mhm.
fine. I think anything that is super obviously like that would be confiscated
Mhm.
should go to Sila and try to get
Yeah.
Sila away.
Yeah.
Wait, no, that's gonna be really obvious if the guy that we saw is there, right? He's gonna be like, "Where's your friend?" I mean, we could
Hmm.
lie,
That
but
she escorted the girl home, or escorted the girl to try to go.
okay,
Yeah, that works.
Mhm.
yeah. How's your deceit, Thren? Mine's good.
I have a 1 in deceit because Thren isn't terribly deceitful.
Okay, I'll do
Lupa is not good at lying, but Lupa's good at not breaking under pressure.
it. Sure.
It was just
Yeah.
a matter of just not
And Thren's
talking.
good
Okay.
about lies of omission
Sure.
and like going around things. So not deceit.
All right,
se,
I'm good at
just-
bold-faced lying. Great.
So you're good at
Good.
lying.
Yeah.
Thren's good at talking
got
her way
it.
out of stuff, and Lupa's just
Okay.
there.
I
to
just
be-
wanted to double
Lupa's
check.
just gonna stonewall
Yeah.
Yeah.
this conversation.
Yeah. So the very obvious not like journals, like personal journals, those will go to, because you actually have to sit through and read those to probably get magic stuff from those. That'll go to Lupa. But these are my super freaky weird magic notes on all the forbidden stuff we've been seeing pop up lately, and the trinket from the Marigold house, that'll go to.
And honestly, it's probably good to split the
Silent.
notes too, because if one of us loses some portion of it, it's not going to be
Mhm.
the entire
Yeah.
thing.
Okay, so we all kind of cluster together and pass things back and forth while we're still at the extreme end, and then once Sila has them, she fades.
Oh wait!
Ah!
Hold on.
Huh?
You have a spell?
The trinket from the Marigold house, I've written it down. It obfuscates a magical aura.
Ooh.
Yeah. That-
Okay,
so
that
I'll
should
actually
go
keep
with-
that one on.
Yeah, keep that
Yeah.
one on you.
Me.
Good call.
Yeah, because you're pretty obvious Witcher.
Yeah, I'm going to be
So-
obviously dealt with. And
Yeah, so I'll have the it's just like a brooch or a pin or something, I think. So
Yeah.
she'll have that
Yeah.
on. Just nondescript place, and then just here's the bad notes that really nobody should look at.
Oh,
Like we all know that Thren and Lupa are going to be the most
Mm.
looked at because Thren got in
Boy.
the way of the earlier conversation, and I am a Witcher.
And I'm
looks super-
rude.
But you
Oh,
you stayed off to the back.
Yeah, but
Also
I'm
give
rude.
Yeah, you're rude, so you will.
yeah. Also give Sila the Dimeridium handcuffs, the Dimeridium shackles, because that would be very obvious.
That'd be-
things. That'd
That
be
would
weird
be
to have.
hilarious if we had them on us first and just be like.
Oh, I just they caught me. Oh no, that'd be bad.
It
That'd
would be kind of
obvious.
funny if
Lupa had them.
It wouldn't be weird if Lupa had them.
It's true. Like, yeah, I'm out here hunting mages too. Crazy.
Fucking mages, am I right?
Fucking mages.
I have these to deal with problematic mages because we did. So do we want to give Lupa the Dimeridium handcuffs, or do we want to give those to Scylla?
Honestly, let's give them to Scylla because I don't want to give the witch
Then get
hunters the
confiscated.
Dimeridium
Yes.
handcuffs if they
Yeah.
confiscate
Yeah.
it.
Because that's more of a Nilfgaardian thing rather than a witch hunter thing. So
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
let's do this.
Okay.
We got
Okay,
this.
let's
Alright.
do this.
Now, I want to point out first off, the Fade ability does say it doesn't work if you're wearing very flashy clothing, but we all know that doesn't actually apply in this case because we should all wear very flashy clothing whenever possible.
I don't
Yes.
have that in mind.
Oh, really?
Let me
It's
mark
like
that
the
down.
last line on mine on the Bard
I
sketch.
might just not copied it
You're
all
right,
the
though.
way.
You're right. It's not on there all the way. No, it's cool because
That's
either way, I don't think it really
hilarious.
applies to what we're doing. But I don't think it applies to you're wearing a horse and you're 1,000 meters away or whatever too.
Mm-hmm.
We're
I
real
don't
far
think it
away.
would
Then.
really be a
That's the
block.
Yeah.
funniest thing I've ever heard.
I put it in
Isn't
there,
it
but
great?
I did not.
It doesn't
You know what
work.
happens? They play tested that and a bard did it, and then they're like, wait a second.
Hold on a
That's
second.
silly.
Yeah.
Oh.
Okay, so Scylla is fading away. Scylla, I'm gonna say the only downside to you fading away is it means you have to go off the path.
Yeah, she's going to. She'll make.
Okay, cool.
She'll go around about as much as she can, and she's just going to, just duck behind things and then fade into the background.
So for map notation, we are going on a west road, and you're gonna have to ride north if you want this to work.
Okay.
That's it. Just to the south, it's not going to work out. You've got like an area that goes down towards the water, and you're not going to be able to travel there. And we are trying to get to Oxenford, so you'll have to go north. As we look at what everybody's doing, the guards are staying in a line. As you all get closer, the one with no helmet, who is the person that you recognize from before, nudges one of his friends and says something like this. You can see the head motions happening. And then someone else who is tall and built roughly in the shape and size of a barrel walks forward towards the center and like plants down his big long Zweihander two-hand sword on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Says, "Where are you going?"
Head into Oxenford.
You got a Witcher with you.
I said, Lupin just, and Lupin's just like,
Oh yeah, is that what you are?
The disrespect is this person like cuts eyes over towards Maggie so they don't have to
fucking
talk to Lupin.
asshole.
Yeah. Oh, that's so funny. I couldn't tell that they were a witcher. Good eye, mate. Charming, so charming.
You can't take the road.
Sorry?
There's a detour. You're gonna have to take the detour.
Are we though?
Yep.
Why would that be?
One of his friends who thinks they're being intimidating like pulls up on their their crossbow to cock it at this point, and they say,
Weak
"Road's
wrist.
closed. Witchers go around to the north."
Would my friends be able to take the road if I go north?
Nope. Road's closed.
Yeah, and his wrist over there looks kind of flimsy, so
No, wouldn't
just-
want that to be misfiring somewhere.
no.
We're going north.
I guess we're going north. I really want to just beat them all up. Can we beat them all up?
There's the temptation there.
Ah.
If we beat them all up, that means there's more in the city. Like,
How far away are we from like the gates? Are we like literally like right there and they're not letting us in?
no.
Okay.
No, you're a ways off still. This is
Alright.
like a middle of the road checkpoint. The real issue, if anything, is the fact that you have other people who are like also trying to rush into Oxenford that are behind you.
Uh-huh.
And so you're in an area where there's like not a real traffic jam, but there's kind of a traffic jam. Being caused by these men, to be clear.
Yeah. Right, how long this detour happen right until the city, or
Gonna have to ride fast if you want to get back to Oxenford.
that doesn't answer my question. Am I saying the rest of the road is closed, or is it just a section?
Yeah, road's closed to you, Witcher. Move on.
I think Lupa just stares at this one who's been
Uh-huh.
talking to them.
Please do the intimidate roll.
Oh yeah,
or the
absolutely.
intimidating.
I will.
Excellent.
Yeah,
My
well, I
horse.
want to just hop down in the middle of them and go ice, ice, baby, and just like
Yep.
freeze them all. But I shouldn't.
20.
Ooh, that's good.
Characters on my keyboard. Okay,
Oh!
that is
Oh, they crit.
Oh my god.
the only time I need that.
Oh
okay.
my god!
Ah.
This
Oh.
person looks like they are about to step down, and their mate walks up behind him and like puts their hand on his back, and they're like, "Right, got to go around to the North Witcher."
Right.
Are there other people who will be able to walk through here?
If nobody is willing to like try to cut around these 8 people right now,
Okay.
and if they start going to the south, they could get like pushed down a down what's
Ravine.
the correct term I'm looking for, like the riverbank into the river is what I'm
Mhm.
looking for. So if you don't go to the north, you would end up in the mud.
Right. Okay. Fine. Whatever. Lupa's not gonna waste any more time on these guys.
Mhm.
They're just kind of they will turn the horse very specifically to the side, so that they're gonna stare at everybody as they ride past. Like
And
they're
my horse is gonna poop in front of them.
I feel like that's well within narrative control. So
Yeah.
as everybody starts going towards the north, I'm assuming Sila's going to meet back up with them.
I assume we'll come upon Sila and be like, hop on, we're getting
Yeah.
going. And ride quickly to make it get
So as we start going north,
wanted to beat those guys up.
you're like going around, and like the sun's setting a lot more rapidly than you expected a second ago. And the big thing I think everyone notices as we close for today is that it's getting foggy. Not with reason, it is just getting foggy. And it seems to be like in the direction you're going, like the fog is rolling, not even like you're going into the fog, like the fog is rolling towards you.
Mm.
As you take steps towards the north, you're going further and further into the fog.
Can I roll? This is magic fog.
Can you roll magic fog? Yes,
Yeah,
you can roll
because
to
the
see if it's magic
music
fog.
changed, and I feel like we should all get to roll because of a music change.
That's really bad.
That's
roll.
fair. Lupa's roll can be a monster lore roll.
Ooh, yes, thank you. Give me Witcher training. Oh, that's pretty terrible for Witcher training.
Yeah, I
but
rolled a 2, you
exceeding
rolled
the
a
DC,
3.
So you're doing great. So don't worry. So as as you ride north, there is that fog rolling in, and pardon me, I got a coffee going in my throat. As you're going forward, you do get the suspicion that you are about to encounter a foglet. Some sort of creepy, ghoul dude that has fog control. So that will be something for us to look forward to next time on Crimson Nash.
Yeah. Yeah. Foglet. Foglet. Good. I'm glad. Arrgh. So mad. So mad at those witch hunters. Mm.
Yeah, that's fair.
Oh, right. That's. Woo! That's
Woo.
fine. Stupid
Good.
witch hunters bullshit.
Mhm.
Let's go around and say hello to our wonderful people here. Tell us who they are, where we can find them on the internet, all that good stuff. Let's start off with our wonderful GM, Hans.
Hey, I'm Hans. I made everything bad today so that next time it could be more fun. But let me ask you guys this. When you did the Novigrad part of The Witcher, did everybody else accidentally kill the witch hunters and then have to kill the entire witch hunter base? Or was that just me?
Yeah, no, I did.
Okay.
No.
Mine was
I
like,
did not.
I was like very casually like standing around. And it's like, I accidentally like did something.
I didn't want to let them torture Triss, so yeah, I fucking killed them all.
I
I
had
don't
the same
think I
problem.
killed them all.
And it's like, I don't think I even got to that point of dialogue. I think I pushed like the first dialogue option. They're like, we're so angry. And I'm like, oh, dang. And then I had to kill every witch hunter in the entire city every time I met them.
You
It was
see, I
terrible.
remembered witch hunters being through the whole city. I didn't know you could kill them all.
Oh
Oh,
yeah.
it's a process. So good luck. I'm Hans. I have played The Witcher 3 and I have not beaten the entire game. I will be here next week for more Crimson Nash.
Awesome. Who's
And
next?
Let's go to KT.
Katie?
Hi everyone, I'm Katie. This was fun. I love this game so much. You can find me on the internet at Katie Face, I'm here every Sunday, and then I'm doing games on Off the Table through the week. So that's where you can find me.
Sweet.
Yay. And then Lindy.
Hi, I'm Lindy. That was super fun. Thrin's little heart is just like, oh, today. Thrin, if in the modern times, she would definitely be the person who scrolls on the internet and sees pictures of like baby animals and just cries. So yeah, that's gonna be fun. You can find me online at LaughLoveLindy, Twitch, Twitter, YouTube, etc. There's stuff on my channel every Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, and Friday, and occasional Aliens game once a month. We already had it this month, so it'll be next month.
Hooray. Lauren, let's do personal stuff real quick.
Yeah, I'm Lauren. I'm that Salty Ginger over on Twitter. You can find me here, obviously Saturday through Tuesdays, and I am a GM with the Magpie Curated Play program, where I think I have an Urban Shadows game on sale right now. That's going to be Thursdays at 6 p.m. Pacific starting this coming week. So yeah, you can go check out all the games with a bunch of awesome GMs there. And this Thursday, I'll be on Roll For It one more time at 10 a.m. Pacific, playing the Ascension with them. That's me done.
Yeah, and I'm Kiana on the Sweet the channel. Y'all can find me over on Twitter at KianaS. Best ways to go I'm doing when I'm not on the channel. Mostly just here though. I am the GM for Against the Stars, our Burn Right campaign on Tuesdays. So if you'd like to see some cool sci-fi fantasy bullshit, where I get to throw terrible moral choices at my players, and spaceship battles, that's the place to be. It's real great. Yeah, go through our channel stuff real quick as we wrap up. First, love to give a shout out to our wonderful sponsors. That includes Roll20, that includes Dice Envy, that includes Grinding Coffee Co., and of course that includes Art House Starting Game. They are all wonderful companies who help support us here at the channel, which includes helping to keep the lights on here and compensate our cast. Thanks to everyone who supported us. Again, all of the money and all that, the subs, donations, any of that goes directly into keeping the lights on here, and also to compensate our cast for their time and energy and stories that they share with us at the table here. If you ever miss an episode or want to rewatch one, we got a YouTube channel. Go check that out. I upload the VODs during the week when I can, so you can always catch up on old episodes over there. And go follow us on Twitter as we tweet out when we go live, whether that's for our regular TTRPG stuff from Saturdays through Tuesdays now, or our impromptu video game streams that we like to do on the channel. Yeah, and of course we've got Redbubble and all that stuff to support us when we're not live as well, which is great. We've got some real cute designs over there. I think that's it from us.
Yeah.
We'll be back live tomorrow. We should be, I think.
Either playing D&D or playing Dead by Daylight.
Yeah, we'll be live at some point tomorrow night doing something. And on Tuesday for Against the Stars, a Burn Right campaign. Saturday is our popular series, Mask and I Lazatep. And then we're back here next Sunday. Another episode of this as we fight some weird fog ghoul bullshit. It'll be fun.
All right.
We're gonna go raise some friends, so please hang around and chat. Spam that hype emote if you got it. If not, just spam some hearts for love from us at Salt Sweet Games. Have a good rest of your day, everyone, and we'll see you again later.
Wave bye, everybody. Goodbye.